Let's do a good show.
Right.
Boy, it was good last week with Piff, wasn't he?
Mike's alive.
Piff's always funny.
Piff's
He's a funny guy.
He's also just, his comfort is...
He's spending a lot of time in the suit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hours in the suit.
He's really just...
You understand that's where you're going, don't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'd like to be going there.
4.
This is Penn Sundays.
It is!
Thank you for listening. All angels sings and round us rings the music of the streets. This is Penn Sundays.
Brothers and sisters, welcome to Penn Sunday School, starring Penn Gillette. My name is Michael Goodell, and along with Matt Donnelly, we are broadcasting from the Show Creator Studios in Las Vegas. In this week's news, Penn is humiliated while giving platelets. He also got a new set of mantids, and we'll be hearing about some new bits in the Big Penn and Teller Magic Show. Here he is preaching love, Mr. Penn Gillette.
Hello, you angel-headed hipsters. I'm going to try to keep my voice up a little bit high
Okay.
and never go to a scream. Because if I go down too low, I push. I have a voice coach who listens to Penn Sunday School to check when I have my voice problems. Because this last week has been horrendous. For the first time in my life, I've canceled the VO session because I couldn't get my voice to work. And I canceled. You know how much I love doing radio and TV with Glenn Beck.
Yeah.
Canceled Glenn Beck.
Oh, wow.
Couldn't make noise and had a show that night. So today we're doing, as you all know, today's show plus the Wednesday show, which is actually today.
We do both the same day.
And then we're doing the New Year's Eve shows with Cray Ray, and that week about his new book, and then I'm doing a show tonight. So I have to try to be careful of the instrument.
Remain calm.
Whoa, what's that?
These are exercises. See, if you do this, it vibrates back and is better than clearing your throat. It knocks the mucus off.
Really? How did they discover this?
It also looks really good. They discovered it from, I believe it was someone who really liked large breasts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was the discoverer.
I am Dr. Motorboat.
Yeah. The motorboat maneuver.
Yeah, I need some vocal coaching right now.
Yeah, you sound awful.
I do. I do sound awful.
And you look like death warmed over.
Yeah. Your hair is flat. I don't know what's happening.
I really tried to go for it looks-wise to make up for the voice, but I guess it didn't work. Yeah, I don't think you guys can relate to this, but doing podcasting the other day and magic shows at night, it takes energy.
I can't imagine. I just can't imagine what kind of personal hell that is.
You and I are such losers compared to him.
I know.
He is so tough.
I've been living Penn Lake for 4 days, and I'm just destroyed.
Exhausted. Exactly.
I'm
a terrible father.
A guy,
Yeah, it's just bad.
a guy said to me in the late 80s, which I thought was really, really funny.
Yeah.
A guy from Wired, they did a story on me, right?
Yeah.
Guy from Wired said to me, I want to live your life with you. I want to do an in-depth study. I want to get up in the morning, meet you at your house, go through your whole morning, your whole day, till you go to bed. And I want to do this for 3 days. I said, sure. Day 2, he said, I can't do it. I'll meet you halfway through, spend like 4 hours, then split afterwards.
Yeah. Once again, it must be such a relief for you to get on a plane. Do you just pass out and sleep on planes?
I do sleep on planes. I completely.
That's your only time.
And then I sit and read, and it's just glorious. I'm actually looking forward to my flight to England tomorrow. I'm trying to scam tickets for the press preview of Twilight Zone. There's a Twilight Zone Broadway. East End, whatever they call that.
The real theater.
Real theater.
Yeah.
That is, all I know is it's based on the Twilight Zone. I think the woman wrote it or directed it who did that Mr. Burns After the Apocalypse thing, that weird experimental thing where they talk.
Oh, yeah.
It's after the apocalypse and all that's left is a Simpsons episode that they're all worshiping or something. It was supposed to be good.
Yeah.
And it's called The Twilight Zone. And it's a live version of The Twilight Zone. And so I'm trying to get to, it's press night. So I've got to go in and say, it's kind of like when the Three Stooges go in and they pull the buttons off the doors and they go, press, pull. Oh, Paul. So we're going to try to get.
Tell me to do a podcast. You're going to report.
I'll report on the Twilight Zone. Yeah. So I'm trying to do that after I get in to make sure that I don't sleep when I'm in London.
And Washburn.
Or if I do sleep. Yeah. Is that who it is?
Washburn,
And she did the Twilight Zone?
I know. I just looked up the Mr. Burns post-electric play.
I believe she also did the Twilight Zone in the East End. And I'm going to go see that if I can when I'm in New York. I'm looking for stuff to do in London because we're flying over there for essentially 2 hours, right? I get there Tuesday, and then Wednesday morning I do a grand tour.
Yeah.
Which used to be Top Gear. I guess they don't like me saying that because it's actually, there's still a Top Gear going on that I was on.
This is a new show, entirely unrelated to Top Gear.
But with the guy who used to be on Top Gear, who got his ass fired, right? I don't want to say things I don't know, but something happened.
Well, I'm still on the old fact-checking. So, yes, Anne Washburn is the same author for the Twilight Zone. So I'm going to go look up the guy from Grand Tour.
Don't bother. It's the big guy, right? The big guy from Grand Tour.
Lightning fast fact-checking over here. I got
Be
you.
there in a minute.
While you're looking up stuff, can you look up Barry White lyrics and read some of those back to us?
Just say, I want to see you with no panties on.
I want to see you with no panties on.
Yeah, you got Barry White. That's all you need.
I was on a flight the other day, and I was playing a video game, and with what I thought was the sound turned off, and the person behind me was playing a game like the whole time. And I was like, fucking shut up. Will you just, that noise is so annoying. And it turned out it was mine. I just never had it turned on. I do this all the time.
You have a bad time with headphones and sound,
I do. I just can't seem to get it organized.
But I will be on the airplane and looking for fun and feeling groovy. Anthony Etherin, what's his name? The guy who writes the heavy constrained poetry. The really heavily constrained poetry that I love so much. I have his name here somewhere. Etherin, Etherin. Anthony Etherin, he wrote the Moby Dick thing, where it was a palindrome and anagram for the other one. Remember that thing I brought in?
Yes, you were reading all these crazy poems.
Crazy poems. He's the one that does that. He's like the heavy constrained poetry guy. And I think I'm going to go out with him on Wednesday night. And I'm going to tell him that everything he says must be palindrome.
Right, you're over at Taco Cats.
Yeah, that's the restaurant we're going to. But he does heavily constrained poetry, and I want to meet him. Because, I loved meeting Christian Bach.
Right.
I was a huge fan of his books, and I met him, and now I'm a huge fan of this guy's book, so I'm going to go hang out with him. We'll be two cool taco cats in London. But I'm just looking for fun in London, because all I'm doing, I land Tuesday afternoon. Right. And then Wednesday I do this grand tour, and then Thursday I fly back.
Perfect.
And then we're going to the Grand Canyon with my family.
That'll be fantastic.
Where Z tells me, don't worry, Dad, there'll be plenty of nappertunities. Plenty of nappertunities.
I like that
That's
one.
what the Grand Canyon is for.
We've got a RV, and Emily's going to drive, and I'm going to just sleep in the back.
Okay.
They've got a bed that's big enough for. I know that's illegal. I know it's illegal. So, hey, coppers, be looking for our RV and pull us over. You'll never take us alive, coppers. Hey, what are pennies made out of? Cheap copper. Yeah, go ahead, coppers.
Warming up for this England trip right off the bat, aren't you?
Do you have a lot of Bobby material?
a lot of Bobby material.
What are pennies made of? Cheap bobbies. No.
Cheap bobbies, yeah. I smell Bobby Bacon. Bobby Bacon, by the way, is a great name.
Great name.
Great name.
Great name.
That should be Hillbill's real name.
All right, I'll change it tonight.
My real name's Robert Bacon.
All I'm doing is keep taking notes anyway. I'll just do it.
Hillbill is a stage name.
Yes.
My real name is Stupid Redneck. That's the name I was born with.
Yeah.
But go all the way with your unpleasant stereotypes.
Oh, the last name Redneck and being a hillbilly, it's confusing.
Because those are two different things.
They are two different things. I found out the hard way.
Yeah.
I launched the Psychic Hillbilly dressed as a redneck, and everyone let me know.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I was like, oh, okay. It's a whole Appalachian thing, and they don't. There's no country western element to it. It's less than you think.
Let's talk about your pronunciation of Appalachian.
Oh, that's also doing research.
The correct one is Appalachian?
I don't. It just sounds more homey to say Appalachian.
Have you ever been to Appalachia?
Yes.
You've been to West Virginia? Where?
Well, my brother played basketball in North Carolina, so they played games all around that area.
They played teams named Appalachia.
Yeah.
They never actually went there. though.
Yeah, we played Appalachian State, and that was enough for me. Check the box. I've seen America.
But have you been there? Looked around there?
No, I mean, I've done like road trips and stuff like that, but nothing like
Hill country?
nothing.
I went to
no
Blue
deep-
Ridge, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You know what
Yeah.
is great about it? The fireflies. Million lightning bugs.
Now, I love the term lightning bug.
Yeah.
I love that term. Do you use firefly or lightning bug?
Lightning bug is where I
Lightning
grew
bug
up,
is
yeah.
where. Well, I'm a Northeast, I think.
You would be very, very happy about this.
Yeah.
I did a bonus psychic event.
You did
Okay.
a bonus?
Bonus psychic event. We're doing surveillance where people write down their computer passwords.
Yeah.
And we're able to divine them. So I'm standing at the board, and the woman's sitting there, and she has written down her favorite. Her password is her favorite band, right? So I look at her and say, "Ma'am, you wrote down your password. I don't know your name. I don't know anything about you. I couldn't possibly know this. But I want to ask you, are you from Jersey?" And she says, "Yes, I am." And I said, "Okay, thank you very much. And oh, by the way, your favorite band, Bruce Springsteen, the E Street Band." And I've been using that. I only use it on two.
Yeah.
If anybody writes down Bon Jovi or Bruce Springsteen, I ask if they're from Jersey. And there's no other musical act I can do that with. You can't say someone writes down Jay Giles. You can't say you're from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Aerosmith. You don't say, "Are you from Massachusetts?"
No.
Is there any other? I guess
You wouldn't be like Red Hot Chili Peppers. You'd be like, "Are you from California?"
Right.
No.
And you wouldn't
I'm
say
trying to think if someone wrote
Bob
down-
Seger.
That's
Bob Seger, maybe Michigan,
Michigan.
but still
That's a
nothing.
stretch. That's still a stretch, yeah. No, there's
Yeah.
not.
Are they the only acts associated with the state, and they're both associated with the same state?
Well, yeah, only because everyone who loved Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons is passed on.
That's right. And you could, yeah, exactly.
Except Frankie Valli, oddly enough.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, I mean, no one, they associate that. Yeah, there's younger generations like Gaslight Anthem, but that's not, I don't think they're that big. But
That's also Jersey.
That's Jersey,
I guess for some of the, you could get, for some of the, like, certain kinds of stuff that I don't know.
Yeah.
But that kind of, what's it called? Syrup, whatever they call the cough syrup.
Scissor.
Scissorp is out of Texas and
Yes.
that area. And what's the kind of music that goes with scissorp? There's a kind of music that goes with that down. It's like half speed.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I've lost it. And
slow.
Chad will come up with it in a second.
It's slow.
I think it's like, who cares? I'm getting fucked up. I think
Yes, it's slow rap.
Yeah.
And there's like they call Syrup City or something.
Okay.
And they have
So
albums.
if you saw that on the thing, they'd be like, "What? Are you from Texas and are you hammered right now? Are you just inebriated?"
Yeah.
Buckwheat Zydeco. I mean, you could go really regional, things like that.
Oh yeah. If it was
John Cougar,
John Cougar, would give you where? Ohio,
Indiana.
Indiana. Yeah.
Not John Mellencamp, though. Just John Cougar.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, but I mean, Boozoo. If it was Boozoo,
Yeah.
I'd say if your favorite band was Boozoo, I'd say you're from New Orleans.
I guess, but if someone put down REM, you wouldn't say Georgia, right?
No,
No.
I think so.
Yeah.
maybe Jimmy Buffett
Yeah, Key West. Are you from Key
from
West?
Key West. But I don't know. There's parrot heads all over.
I was gonna say, yeah. Or did you move there a year ago? Yet you know all about the islands and how it works down there.
So I think that's the only one.
By the way, Jeremy Clarkson was not technically fired from BBC's Top Gear at the insistence of everyone who works on Grand Tour,
Mm-hmm.
though he did punch a producer in the face, and somehow that led to him going another way.
Yeah, okay.
So that's
Well,
where
Jeremy Clarkson, who I'll be working with.
yeah.
And he is brilliant. And, Grand Tour is the most popular show in the world. Did you know that? In the world.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it is. So we're going to go on there, and we gave them this list of all, tricks we would do for them, specially designed tricks for them. And they went back and pulled something from the repertoire that they liked. So how much do we love that? So as far as I'm concerned, punch all the producers you want. If you let us go on and do stuff we're good at and know how to do, thank you. You just took all, the pressure of trying to put a new
tricks.
bit together in the car on the way out, which is the way we do it. There's a lot of pressure on that. Whereas doing something we know how to do, fabulous.
Nice.
Speaking of doing things you know how to do, how's Hillbill doing?
A lot better since you last saw him.
Yeah, I saw it a couple of nights ago. Fantastic.
Really?
Matt's doing a great job.
Did you see it the first night that I didn't know?
No, I went later in the week. I went
No.
Thursday.
He had a few drops.
Yeah. I cut my finger open. I bled all over a thing I handed to an audience member. Screwed up probably like 4 tricks
Out of 6.
out of 6.
Yeah.
You nailed all 6 the night I was there.
Yeah. And then, it's after that, it was a lot easier to do the show after I totally fucked up the whole show.
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, you know what Teller said about you?
What's that?
Teller said the level of unflappable he is on stage when an audience member screws up his rope trick and cuts him at the same time. You stayed, when you screw up musically
Yeah.
or comedically,
Yeah.
or you can lie to yourself
Right.
that it's going okay. But you had tricks that were demonstratively
Yeah.
failures.
Yeah.
There's no way, there's no equivocation possible, right?
No.
As I say in our show, we announced you were going to do something, you were unable to do it. Simple as that. The really absolutely clear definition of failure. And I know the exact feeling that comes around your heart.
Yes.
And the exact feeling that goes down your back.
Yeah.
And I know the exact feeling that comes up from your stomach. I just know those exact physical feelings. And I have reason to believe.
Change on your forehead.
Yeah. As much.
Juggler world is what we call it.
Juggler world?
Juggler world.
As much as, we don't know that we're not alone and we can't actually experience what another person experienced.
Yeah.
I do believe I can experience that. And I do believe while sitting in the audience, I experience those things that you're saying.
I know, that's the hard part, right?
Yeah. And I'm also helpless.
It was like my older brother couldn't come to see me do improv because if it's not that I was bad, but if I was bad even for a moment and people didn't laugh, he said he'd want to beat up the entire crowd for not laughing when I was trying, and so he couldn't
that's
come.
Oh, no. I didn't want to beat up the entire crowd.
Yeah.
I just wanted to die.
Just shared. So I felt that way watching Lucy when I was a kid. That humiliation of Lucy. Just ask him if you can be in the show. I just felt terrible for her.
Yeah.
Just that apprehension. But he did it all the night I was there, and so there was none of that, which is such a relief.
But that's not the important part.
Yeah.
The important part is I think I know.
Yeah.
I presume to know how you felt.
Yeah.
And yet there was no indication of that.
Oh, okay.
You just went through unflappable.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you, Teller and I are not as good as you are when things don't go well. You notice that sentence was very carefully crafted.
Yes.
Teller and I are not as good as you are when things don't go well. Perhaps because we don't have as much experience. But
That is absolutely true.
it was really astonishing how you even on me, you kept the discomfort to a minimum.
Oh, good.
Because it was just like, oh, he's not bothered by this.
No.
Not bothered by it.
It was very funny, trying to kind of just trying to relax going into the preview. I actually said the words to myself, hey, not everything's going to go great, so make sure you just enjoy the mistakes.
Yeah.
That's what I told myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, check the box on that one. I made a lot of mistakes.
Now, did every single trick
psychic.
work for every other show?
I was able to the next night, two tricks didn't go great, but then I was able to maneuver my way out of it, so it didn't hurt the show.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, they've gone. All of
that's
it, everything's gone
fabulous.
good.
And the night you saw it killed?
Saw it killed, yeah. Fantastic. Big crowd, happy people.
Last night was the first night that I felt like I did like the show that was in my head. Like I was like,
Now, did Johnny work with you?
Johnny's coming tonight. I mean, Johnny worked with me a lot early. I mean,
And did Glenn
everything.
see the show?
Glenn's coming tonight as
Okay,
well.
good.
But
Johnny, know you're not doing his card tricks?
not yet. Not yet.
Well, Johnny, I was talking to Johnny, and Johnny already has a few little fixes for stuff in your show that he hasn't seen.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And all the stuff the stuff that he has given me that I'm still doing, people are loving. So it's really nice. It's fun. And then last night was the first night that I do this thing where I put a live baby chick and then I mix bags around and then I start smashing bags.
Mm-hmm.
Last night was the first night that everyone in the theater, including the person I brought up on stage, who should absolutely know that I'm not smashing a
Right,
chicken.
yeah, exactly.
Thought I
You would
smashed a
think.
chicken.
Now, are you acting that meta at all, or are you acting it within character?
I think within character, I think.
Because, if they really believe that,
Yeah.
then I'm guessing you're doing a little bit of meta acting.
Oh,
Like
that's
Matt's a
interesting.
little worried that maybe he did something wrong while he's in character as Hillbill, thinking he might have done something wrong.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I don't think. I mean, I can't do any of that on purpose. I'm 4 shows in, so I couldn't make those choices if you paid me. But it might have been, whatever. I really want that tension moment where I smash the last bag to be like a oh shit moment.
Yeah.
So maybe I am making a Matt face and not a Hillbill face there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's a good show. I think I'm looking real forward to when you really get going with it.
Yeah. Last night was it was so hard. I think I told you I kept seeing the trees before the forest, so to speak. Like all I saw was the forest. Like all I saw was the whole damn show while I'm doing it, and it was so frustrating. And last night was the first night that I was like just not even thinking about what's next and just doing it and just working on little things, and it was really fun.
Well, have you had that piff moment where you just say to yourself, "Hillbill is who I should be"?
I will say that
All of a sudden,
I'll say no. I was
Turned into what a little rascal. Ote.
on Friday. I had to do like a press. I hired like a local press person, so I did a lot of press and then the show. So I was in my outfit all day. I was in overalls all day. Man, that's nice. Like overalls are such comfortable clothing, and like everyone just leaves you alone when you're wearing overalls. Like it's not even judgment. I mean, Dragon Suit, I imagine you get a lot of attention, but when you walk in with dirty overalls, everyone just leaves you alone. Everyone just like they don't bother. They don't care.
oh, yeah, well, maybe you found something.
I just like this is
a
great.
secret.
Walking all day, I went home, cooked dinner for the kids with my overalls on, just because I just was like, I'm not gonna.
Didn't have to change out of your show costume to eat. That's pretty good.
Exactly. Yeah, because if I get stains on it, only helps. So
Fred Willard.
yeah,
The brilliant Fred Willard.
yeah,
People say, he was this hip comic,
Yeah.
trying to be Lenny Bruce in like 63, 64.
right.
And then he decided to play this square character
Yeah,
that is the character he plays all the time. And Martin Mull says doing improvisation with Fred Willard is like following someone in a car who doesn't use turn signals. I was at his house, right?
yeah,
And as far as I can tell, his wife is also in deep character.
like behaving, like
Yeah.
knows,
She's Betty Crocker.
Yeah.
like they both know it and they're not gonna wink at it.
There's no winking.
Yeah,
And even the decor of the house is that. Now, he's doing shows with rappers and doing all these comedy shows, and you're talking to him, and he does not give you look into his eyes, and there's no hint that he's in on the joke with you.
yeah,
And yet everything he does is perfect. And he in The Aristocrats was really surprising because we did The Aristocrats with Fred Willard, okay?
yeah,
We took him out by the pool and he's telling us the joke for the movie, right? And he finishes and it's really natural, really good. And there's one moment in it when his wife yells to him in the middle of the take,
Yeah.
and he gets flustered and comes back, right? So this was really strange. So we finished that take, and it's really good, but she's yelled in the middle of it, but it ended up being really funny. But okay, so I say, well, Fred, let's just try, let's just do another one. Word for word, move for move. Wife yells at the same time.
Wow.
The only other one that was like that was Robin Williams.
Really?
Yeah, word for word. Word for word. Let's do another take. Oh, sure. Word for word.
Wow.
Whereas Eric Idle, it wasn't even the same joke. Most people, he was just totally different.
Yeah, so the two guys known for improvisation were on rails.
Exactly. Exactly. Isn't that fascinating?
Yes.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
They just know exactly what they wanted. And but Fred Willard, as far as I know, Martin Mull says, whatever it was,
Yeah.
June of '64, they know when it was. He went undercover.
It's just like a light switch.
He went undercover and has not popped up once.
But yeah,
He came to see our show backstage, talking about stuff completely in character, and this pretty goofy character.
yeah.
And his house, the way his pictures are set up, and his wife, who is also brilliant and a writer and everything else,
Yeah.
completely like Betty Crocker in character. Fabulous. So I'm waiting for when you cross over into Hillbill.
It's comfy.
Yeah.
It's easy. And I
See when he quits going to the dentist.
exactly. I mean, I always get drilled for typos and stuff like that. That's all forgivable as Hillbill.
Yeah.
Not knowing grammar and everything.
And sloppy.
Yeah, sloppy.
Having food in your beard.
Not shaven.
Fine.
It's great. I'm enjoying that part too. I don't
Yeah.
have to shave. It's nice.
And your hair. Not
Yeah.
trying to make it look good on stage, right?
That part I really like. I like that I wear a hat. I like that I can have greasy hair. I like
Yeah.
all of that. So yeah, goodbye everybody.
Goodbye, New Jersey.
Goodbye Jersey.
No more Springsteen.
Yeah, Bruce,
no
it's
more
been real.
Billy Joel. No more Bon Jovi. From now on, it is nothing but deliverance. I'm listening to banjo music.
Yeah. Well, so I remember looking for music for the show, and I remember I was like, I want because I have dancers in the show, which Teller made me laugh. He goes, every mentalist should have dancers in the show. And I was like, I need like banjo music, but something that like Rick Rubin produced,
I told your wife, but she probably didn't tell you.
Yeah.
I know what the music should be for your show.
What was that?
Do you know this band called Hayseed Dixie?
Oh,
Now say with the words I just said.
yeah, Hey C Dixie.
Yeah. Say it again.
Hey CD. Oh, nice. So they do all covers.
All covers of
That's so
AC/DC
smart. Yeah,
done
yeah.
on banjo. Hayseed Dixie.
Hazy Dixie, Highway to Hell, right here.
Well, that was like
5 seconds of an ad. Sorry.
it took a week of the thought of having like, oh, I want like a Rick Rubin like produced bluegrass, for me to actually Google.
Here you go.
Oh.
Living easy, living free. Easy ticket on homeway ride. Asking nothing, leave me be. Taking everything in my stride. Don't need reason, don't need rhyme.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's it.
Going down.
We got to at least hear the
Pretty
chorus.
great. I'm hoping.
My friends going
Is it coming in here?
I'm on the highway to hell.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I don't know why that isn't Hillbill's theme song.
Well,
Hail.
that's the thing is that like,
Highway to Hail.
I finally asked Google if Rick Rubin produced bluegrass. Sure enough, he did.
Uh-huh.
So the opening song is by the Everett brothers.
Oh, sure.
And Rick Rubin produced them, and they had a thing "Deviled in My Head," which was perfect for the
Perfect.
for the thing. But yeah, no, I've gotten into other stuff. So I got the Everett brothers. I've gotten into Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band.
Uh-huh.
I've been listening to them. Like, I love them. So yeah, sorry, adios, Bruce. And Bon Jovi, I only liked you like ironically anyway, so
Yeah.
that's fine. But the big payoff was finding a band called Rappalachia.
Yeah.
That was a big goal of mine for me.
Well,
I was like, there we go.
you want to quote Chuck Berry?
Yeah.
Goodbye, New Jersey. I become airborne.
Totally.
You're going to go down that Fred Willard rabbit hole.
Just
Just
be
go.
someone cut to like 10 years from now. I'm going to be taped to a chair. Someone's going to just play Born to Run and just wait for me to come back. you know?
Yeah.
Like, "Yeah, come on, Matt. We know you're
There's
in
an
there."
intervention. The screen door is slamming, Matt.
Nope. Screen door's broken.
Town full of losers, and I'm staying right here.
Yeah, say it right here. Town's a strong word. There's a few of us. We're probably losers.
But congratulations.
I'm loving it.
You're just completely happy.
Yeah, last night was the first. So our last night was the first. We finished up that show and we finally felt like we nailed the show, and it was like a nice little moment. But my director RJ just goes, are you really thinking about doing this? Because I think you should really think about doing this. And I said, like, I am. I'm really. This has been so much more of a deeper deal for me than I ever anticipated. And there was a shortcut. I could have just learned the tricks and just demoed the tricks that I learned. But to come up with the character in the show and really see it, it's it definitely bit off more than I could chew, but I'm catching back up. And it's awesome. I'm still, like, there's still so much to magic. Like, Brian Brushwood flew in just to watch the show, which I thought was so nice of him.
Yeah, he's great.
And we went through the whole show with him, too. And there's just so much to the performance art of it that I'm just starting to understand. But I like it a lot. Like, I dig it a lot.
When you get that, when you're actually able to continue what the audience is seeing,
Yeah.
at the same time you're doing something nefarious,
Yes.
without flashing any guilt.
Yes.
You have to be Donald Trump and not Hillary Clinton. I mean, the difference was, very simply,
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton knew she was lying,
Yeah.
so she flashed guilt.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is not smart enough to know he's lying.
Right.
By the way, someone wrote in, I'm fascinated by this, and said,
This is pretty great.
I couldn't believe this.
I'll read it. The segment criticizing Trump for his eating habits on the last podcast was uncalled for, even by your standards. A little parenthetical comment from Penn. Fuck you. The eating habits of the president is none of your damned business. The info was likely inappropriately leaked as well. Well, it's in a book from a guy who was on the plane with him. It's from Corey's book.
Right.
So you're allowed to write a memoir and say Penn's drinking tea while he was on the air. I mean,
And leaked is really funny.
yeah, it's not
That's
legal.
his staff. I hate him
That's
so
between-
much.
Look,
I'm telling people.
That's between
Get the Mickey D story out there. I need it in the papers.
We got to stop this Trump.
that's
won't listen to
between
us.
listen to this. That's between Trump and his doctors. No, I don't report to my doctor everything I eat. I report to Cray Ray.
Yeah, exactly.
McDonald's is cheap as well, which is saving our tax money, which is not true.
That's not true.
because it was during the campaign.
Right. And even with all that, there's no way when the president drives somewhere to buy anything,
Yeah.
that's cheaper.
It's a secret. Also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, was that Trump? Did Trump just pull through?
no Secret Service? Good. Saving my money.
Stop pretending you're all cool with your better eating habits. Semicolon. Advanced punctuation. You are just a juggler after all.
And that's the most cutting. Can you believe that that's used as an
Criticize him where he's doing wrong things as president. We'll call that clumsy wording.
Okay.
Criticize him where he's doing wrong things as president. Another semicolon. I guess it's the only punctuation he knows. Don't make fun of the guy like you're still in high school. One word, by the way, high school. You know what?
Yeah.
I think he's right.
I don't. I knew you were going to say that. Every time you read a criticism, you say that. It drives me up a wall. First of all,
There's never been a criticism of me that I don't agree with.
that's totally true. But the segment criticizing Trump for his eating habits on the last podcast was uncalled for, even by your standards. That implies that you have low standards, not high standards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anyone goes out of their way to actually have higher standards for critiques, if he inverted that logic, I would have given him credit.
Yeah.
So like if he was like, you normally don't do this, why did you do this to Trump? I would give him credit. But what he said was even for you, meaning that you're always just taking pot shots left and right, and somehow this was even below that.
And,
So
and
no,
somehow
I
he's
don't agree with that.
and somehow he's still listening to the podcast.
Yeah, I've never heard.
I've listened to every podcast you've done, and everyone sucks.
He tries to cut you by calling you a juggler, and he's been listening to what we've got through 200 episodes, 300 episodes.
349.
349 episodes. If you hate jugglers so much, why are you at 349, bro? What are you doing here?
But, you know, I'm bothered by this a lot. Trump is a nightmare.
Yeah.
And you look at your Facebook feed, and the majority of trashing of Trump
Yeah.
is for things I don't believe he should be trashed for. If our president,
Yeah.
okay, was for equal rights,
Yes.
less likely to blow up the world than all the other presidents? Or how about this? Equally likely to blow up the world of all the other presidents, not more likely. And if he was measured in what he said and thought about how he's representing us around the world, if he did those three things, he could eat pig fat and raisins with his fingers. Just a little mixture of pig fat and raisins, and then scoop it up like a bear.
Yeah.
And he could put it in his mouth and leave it around his lips, and I would support him 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay? The Big Macs and the fish sandwiches, I will now admit to Mr. Anonymous, who sent this in anonymously, I will admit all my reaction to Trump's diet was nothing but envy and jealousy.
That's fair.
I would like to find myself in a place in life where I said to somebody, go out and get me 2 Big Macs, 2 fish sandwiches, large fries, and a chocolate shake. By the way, Corey, whatever his name is, who wrote that book, says chocolate malted at McDonald's.
No.
Bullshit.
Right. They do not have chocolate.
Obviously, we know that this whole story is fake news.
Exactly.
Because McDonald's does not sell malteds.
No.
Unless maybe you're president of the United States. And maybe it's possible. And this is not crazy talk.
No.
Although it is on this show. You could send him with a can of malt. You could send your guy. With a can of malt.
Put a scoop of this in there.
Put a scoop of that in when you're mixing it up.
Like, I don't know where that came from. Like, this is for the president.
Yeah.
You do this right now.
Maybe every McDonald's has half a cup of malted in the back in a Ziploc, waiting
Secret
for the
menu.
president to come by.
Or maybe
on
you
the
can
secret menu.
Maybe you
Oh,
can ask for malt. If you can ask for malt at McDonald's, my life changes. Because one of the things that
Hold on. Let's start to search.
saddens me tremendously is the fact that you used to be able to get malted milkshakes, and now you kind of can't.
You really, unless you find like a specialty ice cream shop.
Yeah.
There's not.
I mean, I'm trying to think of the last time I had a malted.
Yeah.
Yeah. And why was malt in ice cream anyway?
Yeah,
who thought of that?
I don't
what
know.
genius?
I know.
I'm guessing George Washington Carver. Because whenever it comes down to me saying, what genius did this, the answer is always George Washington Carver.
Peanuts, butter, genius.
Genius. Absolute genius. I mean, and also a great name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you find malteds at McDonald's?
They don't have them at McDonald's. I'm sorry to report.
Are you ready for me to ruin your life?
Yeah. Again.
Yeah. There's a restaurant chain that has stolen from Steak and Shake and In-N-Out without the religion and with malts.
What's that?
It's called Freddy's.
Freddy's?
Yeah, and there's 2 of them here in town.
There's an atheist Freddy's that has malts?
Yes.
We don't know if they're atheists, but no, a secular?
No,
There's
no Bible verses.
There's no
in the
Bible
back.
verses on the cups.
Yeah, so secular.
Yeah.
Freddy's is secular? Next time I have got a feast day, we're all
Call
going
us
to
up.
Freddy's. We're going to Freddy's. Are the good fries?
Yes.
Good burgers?
Yes.
You've been there.
I've been there.
Yeah. What's good about the burgers? Here's what I want to know. And call me crazy, and you have. I really like my hamburgers on toast, not in a bun.
Okay.
Yeah, well, okay.
I think you're going to like this Freddy's because they do the toasted bun.
Freddy's has 3 locations here, and it's Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers.
See, I don't like frozen custard at all. I don't have to have frozen custard, though.
Right.
But they have malted milkshakes?
Yes.
And they have the hot dogs with the bready buns.
Oh, bready buns.
You know, where it's bread on the outside of the bun instead of the bun.
Yeah.
I figure you like those because that's lobster roll. Like.
Bun, by the way, is a good name for a rabbit. When we wrote a play called Mrs. Lonsbury's Seance of Horror.
Bobby Bacon, this is my pet bun.
Yeah.
I think, what's his name? Had his name, rabbit was Bun, wasn't it? It was, Captain Kangaroo.
Is rabbit Bun? No, Bunny Rabbit. Bunny Rabbit was the name of his rabbit.
Really?
It was Bunny Rabbit. Yes.
All right.
Bun is the name of Teller's rabbit in Mrs. Lonsbury's Seance of Horror. Bun. It's a good name for a rabbit.
I don't like toast on burgers.
You know.
It just reminds me of like my dad not having time to shop.
Yeah. But I like it because of Friendly's big beef cheeseburgers were served
that
on
on the
toast. And I just like toast. You know what else is good? Some people go crazy over this. And forgive me. I like a hamburger on an English muffin.
Oh, that is good.
That's good.
That is good.
Okay, I thought you were going to
No, because
No.
those are the choices. If Dad forgot to get hamburger buns, you could do the English muffin or do the whatever. No.
I think it's time to speak of my humiliation.
Platelet humiliation.
Yeah.
Oh
right.
no.
This is
no.
This is a horrible story.
Do you have commercials or something? Can we delay
No.
this in any way?
No, we don't.
Horrible
Not
story.
for
Oh
today.
no.
Horrible story.
Sorry.
We just did one.
I go,
Yeah, Freddy's.
We did. Freddy's. We
Better
expect you
send
check
us
in
some
the mail.
coupons, Freddy.
yeah, Freddie, some coupons. I just said my pronunciation from my childhood. Of that
I
word.
did. I heard coupons.
Coupons. Yeah.
Like Cupid.
Yeah, coupons is what I said. I go in and give platelets every 2 weeks, which I wasn't doing. I was doing like once a year when I was on TV.
Yes.
And I decided I had enough of that. So I've been going in every 2 weeks, right? And it's wonderful. It's like being on an airplane because they strap me down. They can't do that. Now, this time I was going in and I said to Cray Ray, they give me cookies and they give me potato chips afterwards, and I eat those for medical reasons, okay? And Cray Ray said, that's jive. You can have a potato afterwards. So they just want to make sure your glucose level in your blood is okay. Potatoes will take care of that. Bring a couple potatoes with you, okay? And also you drink juice afterwards.
Yeah.
And that's because you can get dehydrated giving platelets. Now, for those who don't know, and I've talked about it a lot, platelets is different than giving blood. Giving blood is 15 minutes. It's nothing. It's a little prick, and there you're gone, as many people have said.
And I'm leaving.
But platelets is like 2 hours, 2:15, because I give 2 units, because I'm a big guy. I give 2 units of platelets, right? And so I thought, well, I'm going to get a little dehydrated. So this time before I go in, I'll drink even more water. Now, when I get up in the morning, I have about a half gallon of decaffeinated cold brew coffee.
Wow.
About a half gallon of decaffeinated cold brew coffee. And then usually chase it down with a seltzer. But I had a little more this time. So I go in. Now, I just want to tell you, my relationship with the phlebotomists is very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't really want to use the word flirtatious because
Okay.
there's no direction it's going.
No.
But let's say overly friendly.
Sure.
Okay.
Warm and playful, even.
Warm and playful. And, hey, baby, how you doing? They say to me,
Yeah.
you know, and they're very, you're looking good. You're looking good. It's very, very nice. And these women are attractive and friendly, and I'm attractive and friendly back. And there's something intimate because they could take me into a room and ask me how much sex I've had with men
Right.
and when's the last time I had sex with a prostitute and when I've been out of the country. So it's all very pleasant. And they always say to me, have you ever paid for sex? And I go, with every fiber of my soul. And they go, no, we mean money. And I go, you can do that? Excuse me, I've got to leave now. And I do all those things back. And then I also ask them the questions back, which is always very, very funny. They say, have you had sex with the man even once? And I go, have you had sex with the man even once? And I go, you can't call that inappropriate. You just said it. And they go, but we're not questioning me. And I go, yes, we are. I just asked you a question. I'm questioning you. And then they say, have you been out of the country? I go, have you been out of the country? You know, have you had a blood transfusion in Haiti? Have you? Let's share about ourselves. And they all laugh, and we have a great time, and it's wonderful. And they're all kind of winky and fun. It's just great.
Yeah.
And they strap me in my big seat, and they strap me down, you know. And they put the needle in my arm. And this one, last time she said, she gave me a lot of jive. I said, this is hurting the whole time. This is hurting for 2 hours. Not excruciating. I can take it, but sometimes it doesn't hurt at all.
Right.
Once it's in. And she said, you have a little bit of callus there, use the other arm or something. This time I said to the woman, she said, I have a little callus here to use the other. She goes, nah, I'll have no problem. So she just goes, one little tiny bit of pinchy pinch, and then just flowing out, flowing out like spit at the dentist. Just clean and easy and fine. No problem at all. And I'm sitting there and I'm happy. And I even get my Kindle on Wi-Fi so I can look up words with Wikipedia. I have my X-rays functioning on the Kindle. And I'm reading a book I love, this book Being Wrong, which I just adore. And I'm reading through it, and I'm loving it, and everything is going really well. And then about an hour in, okay, maybe an hour and a half in, okay, I call over one of the phlebotomists, okay, and she says, how you doing, honey? You're looking good. How old is your son now? And I go, he's 11. She goes, I was just a baby when I saw him. That's great. And I go, how are you doing? She goes, well, my son's 16. He's going to be your size. I go, that's great. We talking and chatting. And I go, just hypothetically, if someone had to pee really badly when they were strapped into the phlebotomy chair, can they go? And she says, oh, no, they have to unhook you and everything. The person couldn't go. I go, there's no way I can, unhook it here? Then I go in with the thing in my arm and pee and then come back. She said, you're talking about you? All of a sudden, all friendly flirtation goes away. And she says, well, I guess if you had to go now, you got the backwash. We got to put the blood back in you. We pulled out all the blood. We got to put it back in you. So the backwash would take a while. But now's a good time because you only give 1 unit instead of 2. Aren't you signed up for 2? I said, yeah, I'm signed up for 2 units. And then there's a long pause, and I say, I kind of have to pee. And then she says, imagine this. An adult woman talking to an adult man who have had a friendly relationship before. Her whole tone changes to mom. And she spins the computer around that she looks at and says to me, can you hold it for 33 minutes? 33 minutes. Can you hold it for 33 minutes?
That's not a short increment of time.
No.
What's that?
That's not a short amount of time.
And a half gallon of coffee is diuretic. A lot of diuretic.
Yeah. But I also had a little more.
And then some water on top of that.
I had a
That's
little
what
more.
it's That's what it does. It just
So now I'm trying to read. I go, well, I've been studying mindfulness.
Yeah.
I'll just put my head in another place. So I start to read a little bit, and I'm thinking, oh, so this is about Kierkegaard, and Kierkegaard needs to pee. He really needs to pee.
Have you studied bodyfulness?
So I close my eyes, concentrate on my breathing. I go, breathe in, have to pee, breathe out, have to pee. Breathe in, have to pee, breathe out, have to pee. And now I know she said it has to be now because of the backwash, because I can't get my blood back, right?
Right.
And I say, so if I say I have to pee now, how long before I actually can pee? And she says, about 7 minutes.
Oh, man.
And I go, I have to pee. She says, you want us to unhook you? Just 1 unit? I go, yeah. Now, by the way, her tone is not like this at all. Her tone is pleasant and friendly. But my self-loathing is so overwhelming that I can't hear it anyway but that. You understand? So she says, okay. And then she has to yell over to someone else and says, unhook him. So now all the phlebotomists know that I'm a failure.
Oh, no.
And they come over. And now, okay, there's a thing where if you haven't admitted you have to pee, then you can conceal your discomfort in having to pee.
Right.
Maybe something else is troubling him.
Yeah.
But now everybody, and I mean everybody, I believe in the Western United States, knows that I have to pee,
Yeah.
right? And they know that they're unhooking me. And I'm watching because it has to backwash. They have to take 5 minutes of putting liquid into me where I'm watching it flow into me.
Oh, jeez.
And she has to, backwash and do all of this. And I'm there going, yeah, I think I really made the wrong decision. And then she says, we like to get 2 units out of you when we can. I go, I know, I drank a lot of liquid before I came in. She goes, yeah, it's only like 25 minutes now. I go, I know, but I have to pee. And all my joyous flirtation, happy, you walk in, everybody knows your name, and you're waving.
Oh, they know your name now.
You're the king of
Penn with a capital P.
Thinks he's Tycho Brahe. He's going to blow. He's going to die having to pee.
Having to say you have to pee more than once to an adult is really, as an adult, it's really strange.
Horrible. Horrible.
Like, I have to pee. Did you think urinate or piss? It was always pee?
I said first time use the restroom.
Yeah.
And then I just went to pee and stayed there. And she unhooks me, right? And then I have to get to the restroom, I walk by the woman at the desk, who's always very friendly to me, who goes, boy, you're done quick.
Oh, no.
Because she did not get the skywrited message.
Yes.
And I walk into the restroom and I go, this is going to be terrible, because now I'm not going to pee that much. And I'm going to say to myself, you could have waited. You've made a bad decision.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a personal humiliation on top of my public humiliation, because I will forever know I didn't really have to pee.
Right.
And then I peed longer than a human being ever peed before. And there was a certain amount of vindication in that. A certain amount of vindication. And then the woman comes over to give me my paperwork, and I go, we got 1 unit, right? I mean, that's better than nothing. She goes, yeah, we usually get 2 from you.
Can I leave here with like a silver star? Or I know I can't get the gold star. Can I get a little like attaboy from you?
a little attaboy, something.
You could have shifted to the lifetime argument. But you're like, yeah, but over a year, who's given more units?
By the way, this same woman had already told me that she herself cannot give blood because she can't stand to have her arm, she can't stand the needle.
Oh, right.
She's already told me the amount she's given is 0.
0.
Lifetime 0.
Yeah.
Okay? But that was my humiliation.
Now, next time, are you allowed to bring like one of those puppy pads or something like that?
Isn't there a highwayman's friend?
Oh, yeah, there are. They sell them for airplane pilots. So,
Yeah.
just start wearing that every time you go in.
Yeah.
Just relax.
You could wear that, but I think it's more like it'd be funny if it was somewhere else and you peed over on something, but they didn't make a mess.
Well, my wife said to me,
Yeah.
why didn't you just ask him for a cup? Now, let's rate the humiliation. I don't know.
They probably have
And especially
the
with the
there.
pee that you ended up doing, if they handed you like a small cup.
Yeah, here's a second cup. I need another cup.
That's bad.
Oh, that's a mess.
Yeah.
Also, your annual the Penn and Teller Bloody Days of Christmas is coming up, right?
Well, yes, I'm going to be doing this on the 19th.
December 19th it starts.
December 19th, I'll be there
13 bloody days.
13 Blood Days of Christmas, and I will give blood. So I'm sure that some of the Sunday school people will be showing up with fountains to demonstrate in front of me. Hey, Penn, look, I'm pouring this water. Look at me pour the
Ben,
water.
look at this video. I was at the Bellagio last night. Look at this.
Look at dancing waters, Penn. But I'll tell you, and
Now, so are you go every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Are you going to go back now?
I just said
December
this.
19th.
December 19th.
Oh yeah, that matches up.
Yeah.
2 weeks in December 19th
14,
matches
yeah.
up.
You got it.
I just meant sometimes you have an embarrassing experience that dampens your enthusiasm to return to something, and you kind of end up not doing it.
I
like you
went
used
to a restaurant in New York City, one of these diner type restaurants, a hamburger place, and I was with a friend in a very, very, very good mood, and I was telling a story, and I gestured with my arms like this, Wah! And I hit a server. She had a tray of food, and I hit it and dumped it all over the floor. I said in a very quiet voice, "I'm so sorry." Left a $200 tip. Oh, I mean, we hadn't paid the bill yet, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
whatever it was. Yeah,
It was like a $30 check.
Yeah.
Put down $200 bills. Said to the person I was with, "Let's get out of here." Left. Never went back. It was the closest restaurant to my apartment, and I loved eating there.
You had to duck as you walked by every day.
I was done. Yeah.
I did the.
What did they see you going by? Would they?
Hey, I'm going to put a curse on you. May you have to pee while giving platelets.
Oh, how's that going to happen? I did the same thing in a diner near my college, where I guess I got this from you, but I didn't know I got it from you. But I was doing the stab in the eye creamer bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just love doing it at the diner where you put a creamer in your.
You did get that from me.
I know. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
But I didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
But someone taught to me at like a Denny's when I was in high school or something, and then I kept doing it in college because attention.
Sure.
Mac King invented it and then
did.
gave it to us for a book. Yeah.
That's what's even strange. It's so strange that I would know. Like I was definitely doing that. You assume that's some kind of universal gag. Then to actually meet the people that actually
Yeah. The
facilitated
Nobel
this.
Prize winner who was
It's weird.
nominated for that trick. Yes.
Yeah, because someone taught it to me, and it wasn't Matt King at Denny's when I was 16.
It was folk. It was folk.
Yeah.
Just folk. It was folk,
Yeah, like-
folklore.
Yeah.
Everybody
It wasn't.
does this.
Starts with Mac King.
And so I just do this trick a lot, where you just trying to gouge your eye, and it bleeds white all over your hand.
Yeah.
And I was going to do it at this diner, and instead of it bursting, it just squeezed directly in one solid stream out the side. It didn't burst. It just shot across the table and just doused an entire family eating dinner with just one steady, like pea-like stream across their backs of coffee creamer. I went over to clean up. The guy, I don't know where he's from, but I'm doing some horrible accent, but it was an accent of sorts. And he just goes, "Why would you do this? Why? Why would you do this?" And I'm sitting there just trying to clean up, but I'm in college, so all I'm doing is rubbing in creamer into the clothing, just making sure it gets nice in there. And same thing, I turned back to my friends, put money down, and said, "Goodbye, everybody." And I just left and never went back to that diner ever again.
Yeah, never go back there again.
No.
Never. But I'm going to go back for the platelets.
Okay.
I'm going to do that. And I'm going to try to make light of it, and which I already did make light of it.
Yeah.
But I will be friendly, and I will start up again.
Beyond the making light of it, Penn, are you going to change your behavior? Are you going to pee before you sit down?
You're gonna maybe
wait.
cut back on the coffee.
See, this is
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
I always pee before I sit down. What do you think? I'm an idiot?
It's 2 hours.
Yeah. But I'm also going to cut down very much on what I drink.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in there and they're going to poke me and sand's going to come. If you know liquid in my body whatsoever. Yeah. I was thinking maybe I would have, before I go in there, I would just have a handful of dry cereal. Something very grape nuts. I was going to just eat a box of grape nuts with no liquid involved.
Yeah.
I was going to
Baby powder.
just just a bag of McDonald's secret malt packets.
Cat.
Just a
Cat
couple of
litter, I
bags.
think, is really what you're looking for. Cat litter. Clumping.
We have to talk about Jason's Moxie games.
By the way, I don't know
Scoot
how long ago we brought up burgers, but the whole chat has just been talking about burgers the entire time. There's been no other conversation.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I trust Rich Nathanson.
Yeah.
Is the person I trust on burgers. He really thinks about it a lot.
Yeah.
There's also David Younce,
Yes.
who thinks about burgers a lot. So next time I want to have a burger. Although New Year's Eve, are you coming over New Year's Eve? You coming over New Year's Eve?
Maybe.
Yeah. We're going to have, this year it's ice cream and hamburger. This year it's America.
Oh, wow.
Celebrating America.
All right.
So last year was tacos or something. That's a feast day for me. So I'll be
Okay.
eating ice cream.
We're coming.
I'll save
We're
up-
in.
I will save that to make a feast day for myself as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. So we'll do that. We'll have hamburger. Maybe we can get Freddy's to cater it.
Yeah, we're talking.
Hey.
Are they that good that you'd want to do that?
They're actually not my favorite in town, but they just have that combination of
What-
things that I know you dig.
What's your favorite in town?
Bocce burger.
Oh, I don't like bocce burger at all. I don't
You
like
want one with
everybody.
ramen and eggs on it?
Everybody loves bocce burger. Not me. Not me.
You
Not
don't like
me.
the big gourmet deluxe burger thing, right?
I'm
you
okay
like
with
your-
big and gourmet, but just don't fuck it up with other stuff.
Yeah.
I want hamburger, cheddar cheese,
Yeah.
mayonnaise, ketchup. We're done.
You don't even like bacon on a burger.
Well, bacon's okay, but I've lost
lost
my taste for. I may have lost my taste for meat, but I might want is really a vegan burger.
A nice black bean burger.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
As long as it has the right stickiness.
Yeah, the lettuce and tomatoes is what you're looking for.
No,
Tomatoes and
no,
ketchup. No tomatoes on yours?
Ketchup, mayonnaise, bread, and cheese. What I'm looking for. Actually, grilled cheese might be it. Has anybody ever done a grilled cheese with mayonnaise?
Yes.
Oh, that would be genius.
It's actually like you're talking about to get the grill.
You can fry it on the outside with mayonnaise instead of butter.
Yeah. That's actually that was another Tooney's Tavern secret.
Oh man,
Mayonnaise makes a quicker and more evenly grilled cheese than butter does.
Wow. See,
So you just do the mayonnaise on there and do it in there.
There's the takeaway from this show. Yeah, that's that. You know, I always come back, and I haven't had this since I read it, but Sinatra's favorite food:
Yeah.
fried bologna on white bread with mustard.
Wow.
That's pretty good, I think. That's
Well,
pretty.
you remember when we did the Elvis sandwiches with the
They were really good.
unbelievable something
Crazy.
magic. Something magic happens
That's-
when you mash peanut butter and bananas together and then grill it. It is greater than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
So maybe it is a good idea to watch teenage girls wrestle in their underwear. I mean, if he's right about the sandwiches, who knows? Maybe he's right about that too. Who knows, right? I'm just saying, maybe.
Roy Moore agrees with you. Maybe. Allegedly.
Allegedly, Roy Moore agrees with me. And that was Penn Sunday School.
This is Penn, this is that was Penn Sunday.
There you go.
Cha-cha.
And to our listening ears,
You become naked.
nature sang and round us rang the music of the spheres. And
If this weren't a day that I'm saving my voice, it'd be a very long, prolonged witch scream. I don't do a rock and roll scream. I do a witch scream.
A cackle, if you will. Not cackle.
And Wednesday we'll be talking about Jason Garfield's skill call coming up. That's what we're going to do now. You know I love you, and I love you a little more with mayonnaise on you.
I mean, that's true.
By the way, their name is Rappalachia, Matt. Rappalachia.
Oh, right. I should stay consistent.
Stand by for episode 2, everybody.
Yeah. The woman last night, I said,
Mics are still live.
I said, Beauregard wants you to be responsible for him. Can you be responsible for him for this? And she said, forever?
What was it?
I said, hey, normally I'm responsible for Beauregard, but do you want to be responsible for Beauregard? And she said, forever? Which made the audience really laugh.
That's really funny.
And I just stared at her for like a pregnant pause and just said, no. And then that got a huge laugh. No.
Yeah.
After all this talk of pee.
I know.
Let's go.
This is Penn Sunday School, and to our listening ears, all nature sings and round us rings the music of the spheres. This is Penn Sunday School.
Brothers and sisters, welcome to Penn's Sunday School, starring Penn Jillette. My name is Mike Ludo, and along with Matt Donnelly, we are broadcasting from the Show Creator Studios, right here in Las Vegas. This week, we'll be talking about Jason Garfield's upcoming event, the SkillCon. Also, from Sunday, we missed the Penn's new set of mantids, and we'll get some of the new bits in the Penn and Teller Magic Show.
Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about them. Here he is preaching love, Mr. Penn Jillette.
So much love, you angel-headed hipsters. How are you, Matt?
Did Godot mumble a lot, or was that just me? Did I just...
He had no idea what he was saying.
I don't know. It's nothing.
I've called the doctor.
He has done. As far as I'm concerned. David Letterman. I heard from Morty that David Letterman, in his first 10 years, felt he had done 4 shows that were arable.
Arable.
Arable. 4 shows are arable. Something like that. Ridiculous. I believe that Godot has done maybe 3 introductions.
But I'm working on it.
He is.
I practice constantly.
That's at home in the shower.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we used to restart?
Yeah. We don't,
No.
Oh, that's right. That's so funny.
yeah, we used to restart until Godot got it right.
No.
And then we realized it was going to take all the time in the world.
We had a deadline. These people need the episode.
Now we just go. It's hard to get from mayonnaise and grilled cheese to back to talking about anything else.
Right.
Juggling.
And if you're listening to this on your podcast app, Penn has been just talking about this for 3 days. It's been 3 days of Penn just talking about mayonnaise.
At any rate, Jason Garfield, I always know when SkillCon's coming to town. You know why?
Because Jason lives in your house.
Jason lives in my house. And it's sometimes strange because I come home at night after the show and Jason's sitting at the dining room table in sweatpants with his computer open.
Yeah.
And then I sometimes go up to go to bed, come back down, and Jason's sitting there again. Also, it used to be Jason's a bodybuilder, as we all know, that he would have potions around that he used for bodybuilding.
Yes.
But now he eats the same as I eat.
Right.
So it's just more potatoes.
You cured him. You cured him of that.
I did, yeah. He now, his bodybuilding turned out better on the Cray Ray diet, which everybody says you need protein to do this, and this. He doesn't.
It is nuts. I mean, the beyond the weight loss or even like the diabetic things that most people were doing, athletes all in every sport now are just doing it because of just muscle recovery,
performance enhancement. Yeah.
Just fatigue,
Surprising.
recovery, and that kind of stuff. And it's not just for major medical things now.
But he's in town at the Rio. Do you have all the dates and everything?
I got all the dates.
lay it on us.
It's December 15th through 17th. It's $20 a day or $50 for a 3-day pass. And at skillcon.org / 2017 event.
What's the difference between SkillCon and the Moxie Games? I can't tell the difference. He uses one on one thing, some on the other. I can't tell.
I can't tell what the difference is either. He just
don't
calls
know.
them both.
Mm-hmm.
But, if you go, you can also get
It's
into...
like his Winter and Summer Olympics. Is that what it says?
And there are free beginner workshops with the cost of admission.
What are the
You can
dates
learn-
again?
You can learn to juggle December 15th through 17th. And there are a lot of events involved.
Yeah, we want to 15th through 17th. I'm going to go there probably early days. I'm going to be in the Grand Canyon after that.
Right.
So maybe I'll come right back from London and go to SkillCon because that's good for you.
Yeah.
I believe last year I came directly back from Australia and then went to SkillCon.
That's true. You were delirious. You went and did not remember a single thing that happened to you.
I always go overseas and come back. But SkillCon is great. SkillCon is what the Olympics should be.
Yes.
Because SkillCon,
Jason says SkillCon is the convention part.
okay, and Moxie Games are the convention part.
The event part, I guess. I don't
get
know what that means.
Anyway, there's so many fun things to watch. There were people kicking soccer balls into a dartboard,
Yeah, foot darts.
foot darts.
Yeah, with
Velcro.
Velcro boards and a giant dartboard, and you're kicking
My dad, a fellow North Jersey man,
Mm-hmm.
just has texted me to let me know that fried bologna and mustard is really good.
Thank you.
Said must be a Hudson County thing.
Yeah. That covers Sinatra. Oh, by the way, Sinatra also Jersey, but not Sinatra's every place.
Sinatra's everything, yeah.
So Jairus, provide us an answer on the Moxie games, sports, and the skill con is the rest of the skills.
Oh, I see. So, but what he calls sports, what's this Shapak Katra?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the crave.
Yeah.
You ever seen this stuff?
No.
You got to see it. If you're gonna be in Vegas during that time.
December 15th
Yeah,
and 17th?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, see,
Drop by.
Takra is like badminton with a ball and feet.
You're not allowed to use your
there's
hands.
no hands. There's no
So
racket.
volleyball without your hands.
but at about a badminton height.
You kick a ball over a net back and forth?
Yeah.
I'm in.
And these guys flip over. There's like flips and kung fu stuff happening.
The other crazy one is Hedis, which is ping pong. You play on a ping pong table,
Yeah.
but basically with a volleyball and your head. Like soccer, you head a ball with your soccer?
Yes.
Yeah, it's that. So you're playing ping pong with your head and a big ball.
I
And,
find it curious
and
that
it's fantastic.
here this is already boomeranged in my head. I want to say, like, people spend so much time to do this enough that it can be done competitively for me to watch. That seems so strange. And then I realized that's every sport, right? It starts off being like, what the hell are they doing? And then enough people want to watch it.
And there's
You're good.
one that seems to be fueled by beer, and that's the cornhole guys.
Yeah, cornhole is definitely just an excuse to drink.
And they
Not here, it isn't. Here, it's competitive cornhole.
I bet. I like a good game of cornhole.
and they do bottle flipping,
Yeah, the little plastic bottle flip thing.
Yeah.
and they do all the dodge
Fidget
juggling.
spinning.
Yeah, fidget spinning.
As an event?
Yeah.
As an event.
Rubik's cube,
Solving that.
rock paper scissors,
Wow.
ciphering code stuff,
Yeah.
dodge juggling. Where they
Sport hawking is the other crazy one.
what's that one?
That's the one where there's like a hourglass-shaped stool,
Oh right.
and you kick it up with your feet and land sitting on it. A bunch of different fancy tricks with an hourglass-shaped stool.
This sounds awesome.
It is awesome to watch.
That's what I mean.
and you go into this huge convention center,
Like-
and all these people are warming up their various sports.
My instinct.
And they're also this thing that's great.
My
They're
instinct.
all rolling their eyes at the other guys.
Okay. This is what I was saying. It's like my instinct each time was to be like, that's dumb. Right. And then I hesitate for a moment because the next thought was like, I definitely watched that.
Yeah.
So heading a volleyball on a ping pong table, 100% watch that.
You can
Stool
go.
competition, stool flipping and sitting competition. I know that I'd be there
Yeah,
all day.
It comes out of like some other country,
Yeah.
like Germany or Belgium. Or
Somewhere where there are very few seats.
Stooltopia.
Stooltopia. Exactly. There's also a...
So whatever country has the strongest lower back,
It's actually Standislavia.
they don't need chairbacks in that country.
There's
they
a
have good posture.
STEAM competition, which is the science, technology, engineering, and math. They have robotic competitions.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of great stuff going
And they've also invented things while they're there. Two groups of guys talk, like the peanut butter guy and the chocolate guy have a discussion, and out of it comes peanut butter cups. And
Yeah, at one of the juggling conventions, all of a sudden there was a big craze on toothbrush twirling, which is really just so odd. And
That's
then
like-
next year there was a toothbrush spinning competition and
yo-yo. They have yo-yo, right?
yo-yo, yeah.
Yo-yo's there.
This seems like kid friendly.
Yeah, except one kid got bashed in the face. They did this competition where you had to juggle 5 clubs
Yeah.
while someone threw a dodgeball at you. And in a wonderful, wonderful moment, this really cute, like 9-year-old kid was holding 5 clubs standing on a chair beautifully. And then a bodybuilder who had been brought in for the dodge juggling took a dodgeball and threw it and hit him so hard in the face, he not only was unable to juggle, he fell off the chair onto the floor and was in a little crumpled heap.
Oh, no.
And people were very upset. One guy One guy was laughing his ass off, just could not
Really?
be controlled. Everybody else was running over to help. There was this one guy, man, big guy, glasses.
Just came in from Australia.
Yeah,
Exhausted.
he was hysterical laughing. And the only other one laughing in the room, by the way,
Yeah.
the child who was hit,
Oh,
who
okay.
thought it was wicked funny.
Yeah.
The big guy, I think, who was laughing so hard, was able to assess there was really no real damage.
I got it. If the kid's laughing, that makes it everything.
Took a while. There was a little crying first, but I'm just saying that the guy who had just flown in from Australia,
Yeah.
he was able to assess the situation faster than anyone else.
Faster than the actual kid who'd been hit in the face.
Faster than
Yeah.
faster.
Impressive.
That's one of the strange things where you cause a ruckus for doing the thing that everybody thought was going to happen, and it's why they're watching.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, I bet
Yeah.
someone's going to get hit in the face
Someone's
with a
going
ball.
to hit in the face. Let's go see that.
And then
Wow,
they do,
they
and you're
did.
like, holy Jesus, help the guy.
How did that happen? How did that happen? We got a guy in, gave him a ball, said to throw it to the kid's head. He threw it to the kid's head. How did that happen? And we also, there's team dodge juggling, you know. And I watched the Passing Zone, who were doing their 5 balls.
Yeah.
Sponsors, by the way, of the
Sponsors.
event.
There's plenty of room for other sponsors. If Hillbill
Right.
wants to sponsor.
Jason wanted to mention, there's space available for vendors and title sponsorship. So
Actually,
still time to get in on these
I
skilled
do actually
events.
want to talk to Jason about that. Not for Hillbill, but for Ice Cream Social. I think that'd be good.
That'd be a great thing.
Yeah.
Well, and you could pick which one you want to sponsor.
Oh, you,
Yeah.
you got to go with the sport
You gotta
hockey.
go.
You got to go with the sport hockey.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Hillbill or
Hey, Scoops.
Sport hawking. What's it called?
Sport Hockey.
Sport hawking, brought to you by Ice Cream Social.
Yeah.
And they have to say that every time.
I like it. Because we already do jock versus nerd, and this feels like that's right in that category.
And maybe you could go over. I bet Jason would let you and Paul do the color commentary.
That's true.
He's got the stool on his foot. He's kicking in the air, and he's sitting down.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Actually, I would love doing that. Actually, with Paul,
You should talk to him.
that'd be funny.
But I'm telling you, if you're in Vegas, I'm not sure. Now, Jason's going to be mad at me for this. I'm not sure it's worth flying in from Australia for.
Okay.
But if you're in Vegas or close,
Yeah.
any of those days, what are the days again?
December 15th through 17th.
5th through 17th. Go to the Rio.
Rio also.
Go to the Rio All-Suite Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada, and ask for the sports comp. $20.
$20.
$20, and you can be there all day.
Listen, if you're listening,
Skillcon.org.
if you're listening from Australia, don't let Penn discourage you. Come on out. Come on out for it. By the way, Penn, I believe in my foray into magic, I also got to feel a little bit of Penn's pain.
What's that?
Everyone's favorite bit is the one I do with Paul.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as the show's over, they're like,
Hey,
that
what-
was really
that's
good.
not-
What,
Thing.
hey, what does that mean, my pain? What do you mean by that? Everyone's favorite bit is the teller bit.
As soon as it's over, they're like, that was really good. It was really good. The thing you do with Paul is just great. It's just, that's the one that's really. I was like, oh, you mean the one that we didn't rehearse at all? Because it's just not. It's just on paper. It's just that's the thing that just goes, and it's not really. There's no trick to it at all. Yes, that's the one I didn't work hard at all. Yeah, that's your favorite part. Great.
Well, that also is really saying something else, which is the bit you didn't work hard on
Yeah.
is the bit that you don't have to hard on. You don't have to. You'll settle into all the other bits that way.
Yeah,
So-
that's the trick you knew.
Yeah.
You know how to be funny with Paul.
Yes.
You can still do that, turns out. Even if it's your show, you can still do funny bits with Paul.
Yeah.
So I will be going in. I mean, if you wanted to come up from Australia,
Yeah.
okay, 15th, 16th, and 17th, go to SkillCon.
Yeah.
18th, 19th, and 20 is Piff and Pop at the Flamingo.
That's exciting.
I tell you, there's a sweet spot from 17 to 18.
Yeah.
You go Sunday to the Rio for the SkillCon. Monday, you go and see Piff and Pop.
You can probably get a ride over with us.
But I'm excited about that.
You don't get any flack for doing another magic show in town?
Flamingo and the Rio are both Caesar's properties.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would be destroyed. It's been clear. The long-suffering Glenn took care of that.
Okay.
So it is all the amazing thing was, you know, we did when we did. I mean, someone should get fired for this, I suppose.
Yeah.
When we did Vegas Strong,
Yeah.
with the Imagine Dragons and Killers,
Yeah.
all the acts were MGM acts except us.
Oh wow.
They'd brought in all the guys, you know, Carrot Top and
Yeah.
Leno
Yeah.
and Copperfield,
Yeah.
all play on the MGM. But because the Imagine Dragons wanted us, the Imagine Dragons get what they want.
That's right. There you go.
So we were brought in even though we weren't. Because, you know, this is all just for charity. This is all love. This is for Vegas Strong. This is all terrific. But there's still
You're
some
going to jockey.
commerce.
Yeah,
There's still some
You're going to
commerce
jockey
involved.
around a little bit.
But we were very happy that
I think if MGM was just mad at, like, why did Carrot Top not get a mic and Penn and Teller got a mic?
Carrot Top did not get a mic. And there is on the planet one person surprised by that. So they're going to send out Wayne Newton, Penn Jillette, the Imagine Dragons, the Killers, Teller, and Carrot Top onto the stage to sing Viva Las Vegas. Who doesn't get a mic? What was really funny is that they gave Teller a mic
Tell her the mic
because
is
they
be
thought that
amazing.
was funny. And they gave Carrot Top no mic because they knew that would be funny.
Yeah.
That's the funniest way to use Carrot Top. The picture is tremendous.
Yes.
The picture is tremendous of Teller, Wayne Newton, Brandon, and
Dan?
Dan Reynolds, yeah. All lined up with microphones and Carrot Top over to the side without one. One of the really, really wonderful. I would say the guy getting shot in the head in Vietnam
Yeah.
and that picture with Carrot Top with no mic are the two most powerful pictures in the history of photography. In the history of photography, I would say those are the strongest ones right there.
Well, as someone who saw the first Piff and Pop and rehearsal into the show, wow, it's so funny. I like it so much.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. And Piff and I have a blast. And also, and I realize this sounds, you know, I don't mean to sound like the Stones.
Yeah.
You know, but it's really nice to play a small club.
Yeah.
I mean, we play, you know, 1,400 seats.
There is a big difference.
And that's wonderful. And Piff has got 200,
300 maybe.
maybe 3. And so I really get to see the individuals there, and you get to interact.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a tiny, tightly packed room.
It's a tiny, tiny.
Yeah, the room itself is a small room, and then also like really intimate. Like it's a great room to
Yeah.
play for comedy. It's really
It is
nice.
fun.
Yeah, as you know, as when you're playing the stadium there with 11,000 people, as
Yeah.
Jay Leno said, not a good room for comedy. And we said, not a good room for magic. A good room for stadium rock and roll.
Yeah, yeah,
Very good room for that.
yeah.
But yeah, because you know the T-Mobile Center's nice. If you're going to go to a hockey rink to see a show,
It's a great place.
That's
to see
the
a
hockey
game.
rink to go to.
There's not a bad seat to see a hockey game. Piff has a dog. Does Pop have any animals?
yes, we haven't. We're going to do this. If we do a full show. Mr. Piffles, as you know, is a little Chihuahua.
Yeah.
And a very well-behaved, quiet little Chihuahua. And what we're going to do for Mr. Popples, which is Pop's dog, Mr. Popples, we are auditioning now for a Newfoundland dog. We'd like it to be heavier than Piff himself. So we're talking about 180 pounds. And we intend to have him trained in no way whatsoever. So Mr. Piffles and Mr. Popples will come out to do a show. We'll let this Newfoundland dog in a dragon costume go. It'll just wander around the audience wherever it wants to go with me going, come on, boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. That idea, by the way, was Chris Cox.
Oh,
who's
yeah.
the mentalist, really funny guy.
Yeah.
And who just had a child, by the way.
Congratulations.
And I'm
Chris.
going over to England, and I said to him, I know you just had a baby and you moved houses. So you've got a 1-month-old baby
Yeah.
and you've just moved houses. They did
Yeah.
that simultaneously. And I said, can you hook me up with tickets for the Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
Make a few phone calls.
Can I stay at your house?
That's the kind of guy I am.
You're not sleeping. You might as well
Exactly.
make some
Come
calls. Rattle some chains.
Yeah, so we're going to get him. I'm going to go out to a show with him. But Chris Cox, when I was telling him we're doing this great thing, it's Piff and Pop, and I play his dad, and he goes, "Mr. Popples," I went, "Oh, dog. And Chris Cox went, a big dog. I went, oh, it's a Chihuahua for Piffles, and Popples is gigantic.
Yeah.
Gigantic. So we're going for the biggest dog we can get for Mr. Popples. And we want it to be friendly
Right.
and have no rules on it whatsoever.
Yeah, no discipline.
No discipline.
Yeah.
Just friendly.
Not aggressive, but no discipline.
No discipline. Just wandering around the audience at random while I try to get it to do tricks. Fail. So
Nice. You got a new set of Mantons?
I did.
You want to describe that?
I do.
Or are you just going to cough?
I'm going to cough. And I'm
All
gonna
right.
that's a bad sign, by the way.
All right.
2 more shows and a show tonight, and I'm coughing. I have a tank at my house. And in the tank, which was built on Tanked,
Yes.
you know, the television program, they built it. It's a freshwater tank.
Right.
And it has in it wonderful fish. I have 4-eyed fish.
Yeah, they're
Which are
beautiful.
the only 4-eyed vertebrates there are. And they're not, I guess it's not technically 4 eyes, but it sure seems it. They have eyes they see above and eyes they see below. And they're odd in fish, and then they stay right at the top. Okay? And they are left-handed ones and right-handed ones. And the left-handed ones cannot mate with the right-handed ones. Or they have to be opposite. So in order for the penis to fit into the 4-eyed fish, it has to be the same or the opposite orientation, or their bodies don't spin the right way.
That.
Remember the snail we talked about?
Yeah.
And Donny Osmond.
Yeah.
So Donny Osmond, if he were a 4-eyed fish, would be very lonely.
Yeah.
Very lonely.
We don't know if Donnie's a human being is lonely or not, but as a fish, he'd be lonely.
Yeah, well, I think he has a life full of love.
Yeah.
He's a Mormon with a family, and I think his sister's fond of him. We are not doubting
No.
Donny Osmond's happy life.
Yeah.
But we're saying if he were a fish. Now, if he were a fish,
Right-handed males with left-handed females,
There you
and
go.
vice versa.
see, you always look at me like he doesn't know what he's talking about.
No.
And it's like it's also
wanted
like
to make sure that people knew that I was backing you up on this.
there's also like a Godot greed there. Like he now will remember that forever, and the next conversation that comes up, it's a typical Godot moment.
Yeah.
You know, there's only one 4-eyed fish that's a vertebrae, and
That's
they
right.
have to mate left and right.
Yeah.
And be like, we were talking about salad.
These live in Trinidad.
Well, my tank is it's New York as a tank, because living in this tank are African, South American, Trinidad, Asian, all different kinds of life from all over the world. And then above water, we have like 100 species of plants, including microscopic orchids. It's beautiful. I stop by the tank and look every day.
Yeah.
So I said to my guy, Corey, he has a great last name, Noodleman.
Oh, that's great.
Corey Noodleman, who does tanks in town, and it's fabulous. I love him. He just comes to the house. I see him out there working on the tank, and he's got flightless fruit flies. that
Sure.
He feeds.
Well, that's because your 4-eyed fish spit.
No, these aren't the spitters are different. We
Oh,
got
really?
rid of
Not the
spitters.
archers? Oh,
No, they're
okay.
not archers. But we got some poison dart frogs, which, by the way, are not poison if you don't feed them the right food. Isn't that
Oh,
neat?
interesting.
They have to have certain
they
things
get
in their diet.
The toxins come from bugs that they eat.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought it was plants. It's bugs.
That's bugs.
Who eat the plants? Who lived in the house that Jack?
Yeah.
I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. Possibly die. She definitely will die, but just maybe not from this.
Yeah.
And so I have some lizards in there, and I have some
Poison dart frogs.
poison dart frogs. But I said to Corey, I want more life up top. And I told him that
That's our motto for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him that I had used to have stick insects. Did you know me when I had stick insects?
Yes, I did.
I had stick insects. Have I talked about this before? Stick insects? Oh, this I'll talk about. And stick insects are a wonderful pet. As a matter of fact, they had a show in London, in England, a show that I heard about that made me laugh so much, that was about pets. And they had a contest called, it's funny if you say it with an English accent, "That's my stick insect." And they got 5 people, I guess, or a number of people, I'm making this up, who had stick insects for pets, right? And they took the stick insects from them and put them in different tanks. And then they offered an enormous amount of money to anybody who could recognize their personal stick insect. It was fabulous. Now, in my home, had I had a eucalyptus tree in my office, and on the eucalyptus tree, I had about 20 stick insects. Stick insects are
Big ones.
Really big, like 5-inch stick insects. They are the grooviest things in the world. I love stick insects, and I didn't name them, I guess, but I was affectionate toward them. But here's the problem: when you live in Vegas, exterminators come to the house to get rid of the desert bugs,
Yeah.
and you have to tell them, stay out of my office. Also, cleaning your office think, oh, it's infested. So you have to put up signs all over the place going, the stick insects are my friends. So I love the sticks. So I said to Corey, I would like to put some stick insects in this tank because I loved having them before. We have this perfect tank. It's all moist and da-da-da-da. And he said, stick insects eat vegetation. All these beautiful plants I've been curating for you will be eaten by the stick insects. And then my friend Sandra, who knows all about stick insects, said, well, if you put in eucalyptus, they will choose the eucalyptus. Corey said, I don't trust them. Apparently, Corey also said, hey, I don't do insects. I do reptiles and fish.
Lost his younger sister to a stick insect.
I don't do.
He put eucalyptus around her bed, and they didn't.
It didn't help.
They didn't help. It
So
just
I said,
crushed
wait a minute, aren't mantids carnivorous? Do they not eat plants?
Oh, yes.
And everybody said yes.
What's a mantid?
Praying mantis. Here's the great thing. One of the plurals, I got to say one of the plurals. We're going to get so many letters. Mantises is a correct plural.
Okay.
Oh, there's one praying mantis, Matt. There's another one. What do we have there?
2 praying mantises.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Everything's okay.
Great.
You're fine. But another plural that's also acceptable, and I prefer tremendously, is mantids. Hey, there's one praying mantis there. Another one just came up. What do we got?
2 mantids?
Yeah.
Wow.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It does feel nice.
Mantids.
You like that better than man today?
Now, I went to a special
too.
mantid shop online
Uh-huh.
where they have orchid mantids and they have leaf mantids and they have all these fancy mantids. But I thought as a starter kit, I would just buy simple praying mantises. They've also got ones, it's like $40, but they've got mantids that are 8 inches long. I
You seen the video of the one catching the hummingbird?
Yeah,
Oh.
Horrifying.
Horrifying.
Super scary.
yeah. These are monsters. But I went, and it turns out you can buy anything on Amazon.
Right.
Anything on Amazon, especially when you have as much Bitcoin as I do. Oh, Emily, why are we buying Bitcoin? That's stupid. No, maybe not.
Do you really own Bitcoin?
Not much,
Okay.
but you don't need
From
much.
a long time.
Yeah.
You bought
but
it a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago, but not a lot. I only bought like I think 10,000. Is that worth anything now?
Yeah. What was it? $100 worth on the first day is now what? 143 million.
No.
Something like
It's
that?
billion.
It's $1 billion now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
Because they originally were, each one was like a penny.
Right.
So it's just amazing. But I got like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, which is nothing. But it's a car.
It's a car. Yeah.
But you go to Amazon.
Yeah.
By the way, I got my giant drinking bird today.
Yeah?
The happy bird.
The big one?
The big one. Oh, it's so beautiful. You know what's really beautiful about it? Go to the supply company. You got to get one. You got to get one. I got to tell you. Maybe if I have anybody I'm going to buy Christmas gifts, I'm going to buy like 50 of these.
Okay.
There's no.
You got to tell us before we go out and buy them.
There's no hardware. There's no hardware.
It's all glass?
It's all glass.
Oh, beautiful.
And I'm going to tell you this. Richard Ross is working with me. We're thinking of making a special Piff and Pop drinking dragons that'll go around a thing and us. And if we do that, we're going to sell them right here, only right here.
Great.
But anyway, I got my big happy bird, and it's big. It's like this big, you know, it goes out of phase. I have my little one and my big one,
Yeah.
and it's about 3 little ones to 1 big one. Well, Penn, what do you do in the morning? Well, I sometimes count my happy days. So I went to Amazon, and you just type in praying mantids,
Yeah.
and they sell. I guess they're for gardening.
Yeah, they sell boxes of them for gardening.
Yeah, they're two egg sacs that are about the size of your balls, right? And not entirely dissimilar to your balls in terms of shape and stuff like that.
And what's in 'em?
All they need is a scrotum, right? And we got two of them, and each one has 50 to 200 mantids in it. Okay. Now, what Sandra said was the frogs would eat most of them, almost all of them,
Yeah.
but some of them would live. And those that live would grow up. And she said, and maybe eat the frogs? I said, really? And then Corey went crazy. I'm getting the frogs out of this. You know, they won't eat the frogs. We'll feed them plenty of other stuff. Frogs won't be their first choice. So I would like to think in 2 to 6 weeks, I will have hundreds of little tiny mantids.
They're beautiful when they're small.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to make Corey drink. You're going to make... Seems like Corey's really upset with everything you want to do with the
He
tank
is.
now.
He is. He is very upset with it. But here's the thing that's so crazy, okay? There was 2 little places that were beautiful to put the little testes, testes full of mantids. Not a good image, Penn. Not a good image. Don't think of your balls being full of mantids. That's not a pleasant thought. Not a good thought, Penn. Let go of that. Let go of it. Breathe in.
I have to pee.
Breathe out. We had 2 little spaces where we put them in those places to just sit there, nice in a nice warm tank, happy place to hatch, and one of them is gone.
What?
One of them is gone.
A sack of mantids?
A sack of mantids is gone.
Sacramentids.
Frogs?
Don't know. What a sack of mantids is
Corey?
Corey?
Well, I wrote to Corey, and Corey said, could have fallen off, and I'll reach in behind there and feel around and turn your head and cough. That's what he said, because that's what they look like. So I will have, and I will report, needless to say, I'll report back on the mantids,
Yes.
because it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a good part of my life. I decided that I like looking at insects more than I like looking at, and I've always been an insect hater.
Right.
I'm an insect hater, but stick insects, there's something so
This is part of the
beautiful about them.
transformation of your life. Just another thing going wrong.
Praying mantids are
They're
amazing.
beautiful.
They are the closest thing we have. Well, them and dragonflies are monsters.
Yes.
They're absolute killing machines.
Yeah.
They are sharks times 1,000. And they are really, really alien. You know something else? They will make eye contact with you. One of the only insects that'll do that. And you can train them. There's things on the web that say how to train your mantids. So maybe, guys, there'll be a mantid at the mic someday. You know, the holidays are always the busiest time of year. What do you have on your holiday to-do list? How many errands do you have to run? A lot of errands, right, Matt?
Yes.
Do you do a lot for the holidays?
I do.
Yeah, you do a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I already went out and cut a tree.
Really? You cut it?
Went to the wild and cut a tree.
We didn't pay for it?
Well, we had to buy a permit to cut it.
And you got your own? Did
we got a
Joy
permit.
love that?
Yeah, we did. We had a great time.
Now, stamps.com can help you this time of year. You sending anything out, Matt? Do you send presents?
I do we do a New Year's card, and then we send presents to our family.
And that's all stamps.com, right?
Of course.
Yes, it.
Yep. With holiday almost here, who has the time to go to the post office? Nobody. It'll be busy with people sending holiday cards and gifts just like you.
Yeah.
You don't want to be around people just like you.
No.
So do what we do. Use stamps.com. Stamps.com brings all the services of the U.S. Postal Service right to your fingertips. Buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter, any package, any class of mail using your own computer and printer. Then the mailman picks it up. Stamps.com makes it easy. They'll send you a digital scale, automatically calculates exact postage. Stamps.com will even help you decide the best class of mail every time. Print postage any day, anytime. Stamps.com is always open. And you print the mail right there in your house. You print the thing, and then the mail carrier picks it up. It's really fabulous. I use Stamps.com. Actually, I make Laura use Stamps.com.
Yeah.
Emily uses Stamps.com. It's the greatest thing in the world. And right now, you too can enjoy the Stamps.com service with a special office that includes a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale without long-term commitments. What I just say, Matt?
No long-term
Good.
commitments.
Go to stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in
Penn.
That's stamps.com. Type in
Penn.
That's right. Rad Power Bikes. How much you liking yours?
Loving the Rad Power Bike. Hey, you know what? I got a rack and some panniers for picking up the groceries.
I
now.
told you to get Penn.
You were right, and I got them, and it's fantastic.
Rad Power Bikes, a consumer direct electric bike company producing 4 unique models of electric bikes. Because Rad Power Bikes is a consumer direct brand, buyers get a premium electric bike without paying the huge markups caused by dealers. I love that. Caused by dealers and third-party retailers, priced at often less than half the price of comparable bikes on the market because dealer retail markups are cut out. Founded by 3 friends who couldn't find a performance electric bike that didn't have an absurd price tag, started building bikes in 2007. Currently offering free schlepping on all electric bikes to the lower 48 states. Shipping previously was $175. That's a $175 discount.
That's a good one.
Okay. At 750 watts of power going faster miles an hour, all 4 models have the most powerful motor an e-bike can have while still maintaining a street legal Bob Dylan album status. No license required. Ride it anywhere you can ride a bicycle. All 4 models reach 20 miles per hour with 0 pedaling, and the limit with pedaling 186,000 miles per second. That's the only limit there. You can pedal as much as you want. All 4 models give riders the choice to ride pedal-free with throttle, utilize 5 levels of pedal assist for an added boost, or a combination of the 2. How much power assist do you use, Godot?
I usually set it about 2 because it increases the speed a lot.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're having like a leisurely ride, but you're going along at 15, 20 miles an hour.
Riders can travel between 20 and 40 miles in a single charge. Go to radpowerbikes.com. Use code
Penn.
to receive $75 off accessories like pantiers when you purchase any electric bike. You having a good time with it?
Love the damn thing. It's fantastic.
Good. So, mantids. Good idea, right?
Great idea.
Very good idea.
I love looking. They're so foreign. I mean, I haven't had mantids in my home before. But
Well, what's great is that the baby ones look exactly like the big ones.
I know.
Which is fantastic.
And they're the size of a pin.
Yeah, they're tiny, tiny, tiny. You feel like you're looking into a different world.
Yeah, there is a different world.
Yeah, well, you're used to seeing them a certain size and then realizing that they're the same, even though they're small, is somehow beautiful.
Yeah, they don't do that cocoon thing.
No.
They don't do that thing.
No.
And that book, Being Wrong, which I love so much,
Yeah.
it's a wonderful quote. I forgot who it was, but it talked about the butterfly going back and claiming it was never a caterpillar. It was always a butterfly. Isn't that a great image?
Wow.
Isn't that a great, great, great image? Godot, how was the State Fair this time?
State Fair was fantastic. I got to hang out with Rocket. Remember Rocket, the 9-foot tall,
Oh, yeah.
gigantic, amazing robot,
Yeah.
which is beautiful. And I talked to Dale. He says hi. Dale is the one-armed juggler that we love so much.
Hey, Matt, one-arm juggler, what do you think?
I'm fascinated.
Tell us more about Dale.
Are they going
Yeah,
to
it's one of those
Skill
things where you go, why make that choice? Is the thing that always confuses us. And
Yeah,
yet
well,
Dale
people try to
has
keep
this-
Tom Brokaw away from network news.
You know, Dale is our age and has been a juggler as long as we
Speech
have,
impediment.
and has managed to continue with a career as a one-armed juggler all of this time.
Really?
Somehow, it's a great show. It's entertaining.
What's his show like?
It's like a juggling show.
And where's his other arm?
He's got a small arm.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to describe that. I don't know.
So it's a birth defect.
It's a birth defect.
Wasn't a motorcycle
No, it wasn't a motorcycle accident. He's always had the small arm, and has all of his life wanted to be a juggler, and has, like I said, at our age, has managed to be a juggler this long in his life.
Wow. And
Fantastic thing.
what tricks does he do with one arm?
Almost. Well, he's a better juggler than either of us. Mm-hmm. So any of the 3 or 4 ball or 4 club tricks that you can do, he can do with one arm.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Any of the things that you can imagine doing with 2 arms, he can pretty much do with 1. It is impressive.
And is he a good talker?
No. It's a great show, though. It's really a fun show.
How long does he do?
Inspiring. 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Does he talk about having one arm or just?
Yeah. Talks about why and how, and it's fascinating. It's fascinating and fantastic and inspiring. It's really neat.
What's his name? Dale what?
Dale. I don't remember Dale's last name. I should look it up.
I mean, Dale one-arm juggler would probably get you there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the odd thing is there are 2 one-armed jugglers. Dale Jones. There it is. How could I forget that?
Dale Jones.
Dale Jones.
And there's another one-armed
Yeah,
juggler?
Casey Bomer is also another one, but I don't know Casey. So
Now, Dale is right hand or left hand?
I think it's his right hand is bad. I think he's left.
Okay, and Casey?
Yeah, I know. We're trying to hook these guys up. Clearly, Casey. I have to look at Casey's video to.
Okay.
He came up in the one-armed
Two
juggler
men.
search.
2 arms.
Yeah, they would be a good team.
Balls.
I'm sure they've discussed it.
When you think of juggling,
Whoa.
Yeah, Casey's doing a lot of rings right there, buddy. I have to have.
Which arm is he using? You're looking at him doing rings. Which arm is
I was
it?
trying to stop the noise. Oh, it's gonna work. He's right-handed. Oh man!
Nice.
Man, have them on this show together.
We think this is our big event. We're gonna.
This is the. It happened
get
here.
them together.
It happened on
It's
Penn
worth a
Sunday
shot.
School.
What else was at the state? I didn't get to go this time.
You're
know-
sorry that you didn't go.
I
This
was
is the
very
usual
sorry.
stuff, the alligators and
Long neck geeks.
what's that?
Long neck geeks.
Long neck geeks.
What are long neck geeks?
Green alligators. Right?
Green alligators and long neck geeks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Humpty-back Campbells and some chimpanzee.
Yeah, all of those are there. Mm-hmm. There was some great costume stuff. A new guy in a very, very tall ostrich. Looks like he's riding an ostrich. He's wearing stilts and got this ostrich costume, the fake leg
Yeah.
thing, like the clown thing. Really nice. All the good stuff.
And what do they have for? Is there any sort of food technology at the state fair? I should say the state fair convention is where where people go to get booked at state fairs. So there's
also
food exhibits. And,
Coca-Cola is there handing out Coca-Cola to everybody who walks in the door. Like you don't know the product, but everybody's happy about it. No one's complaining. There are people selling insurance for state fairs. There are people selling ticket machines, and there are people
ATM.
wrestling alligators and ATMs. Yeah, it's a really fascinating group. It's a great subculture.
I know. I love going.
I know you love going. I'm sorry you didn't make
And
it.
I go with Chris and Ward.
Yeah.
And I've actually walked the state fair convention with Bobby Reynolds on one side of me and Ward Hall on the other. 2 greatest talkers
Right.
in the history of the United States of America. I've been with both of them at once at the state fair convention.
Wow.
Boy, was that walking with royalty.
That
It
is.
was pretty great. Pretty great.
I think Chris was there this year.
Yeah. So was Ward.
Oh, I didn't
Ward
see
was,
Joe.
Ward was at our show.
Right.
And Ward's 89 now, 88.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was backstage. And he said, forgive me for not standing as we shake hands, but I'm unable to.
It's a gift, man. He's just got that gift.
Yeah.
It's just
Whatever he
flows
says is
out of him.
fabulous. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I mean, were there any I don't know. I'm always looking for like an ant farm or one of those machines with marbles or.
I didn't see any of the machines with marbles this year. None of those. But it was great. It was really fun. Beautiful.
And did you get any bookings?
I did. In addition to rebooking the Columbus, Ohio State Fair, I'm now doing Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that a good gig for you?
Tulsa, yeah.
How many days?
That'll be 8 days.
Oh, really? How many shows a day?
3 a day.
Are you emceeing the stage too?
I don't think so at that one. No, I do MC the stage in Ohio, in Columbus, Ohio.
Well, Sunday school listeners will be going to Tulsa and to Ohio to
Yeah.
see Mike.
They showed up every show this year.
Every show?
Every show there was someone who said they were a Sunday school fan,
That's wonderful.
which is wonderful. And a lot of the Scoops fans would come by in their
Yeah.
shirts and say hi. It's really been fantastic.
That's so cool. And also not just because they're supporting you, but that means they're also going to meet up with each other.
Exactly.
Too.
They're
Like,
meeting up with each other and they're
Yeah.
chatting. It's a real
But also,
great, both great communities.
What's crossing his mind is Hillbill.
No, I told him that. I think that may be where Hillbill came from. I said, you guys should think doing state fairs, apple citrers would be
Yeah.
the queens of the
Apple
state fairs.
Sisters would own everything.
Would tear it up. They would
By the way,
set
your
fire
wife
to
is
it.
killing everything.
Yeah,
right?
I was going to say
They're already doing too much,
I
is
know
what you're
they
saying.
are,
It's-
yeah. No, I mean,
They would
Sarah,
humiliate all of us.
I told Sarah, and she loved the idea. I mean, Sarah's just, she's such a live performer at heart.
Yeah.
But the other 2 girls are on Glow, and so they're on season 2 of like a huge Netflix show, and so tell them, hey, you should go to state fairs is not really the first thing on their mind.
They
But
won't. Yeah, tell ZZ Top that state fairs don't make money, okay?
you're not convincing me. Godot told me. I went right home and told Sarah, and Sarah said yes. It's those Hollywood elites. No, that are-
I'll let you know. Make more money on state fairs than you do on Netflix.
yes.
Yeah. This would be a big deal for them.
I created a hillbilly psychic. I am with you guys.
You were, yeah.
I am not
Allow me to introduce you to my agent friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you're, but Sarah's doing a lot of choreography now, right?
Yeah. So she was assistant choreographer on 6 episodes of this season of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
And Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. If you
Yeah.
read the New York Times,
Yeah.
wow, do they love it?
Yeah.
They love it. They don't mention, of course, the show Fool Us that has triple the ratings of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
They do not.
No.
They do not.
I'm now turning into Trump.
I know.
I just exaggerated our ratings.
Yes.
And all I cared about was the ratings. But you go ahead.
New York Times, fake news.
Fake
fan of
news.
girl. No, it's a great show. I mean, Rachel's super smart,
She's wonderful.
and so they do so much with that show, so many cool things with that show. With such a simple premise, you think it would kind of whatever, but they always do really off the wall stuff. But then they did the one song on this season, and then they're going to do it based on ABBA. And so they're doing like an ABBA parody, and so Sarah was in Mamma Mia, so they brought Sarah in to assist on the show. And what they needed was 2 grocery shopping ladies. So they wanted like an older lady and whatever, another like mom kind of thing. And so they put a casting out, and my mother-in-law submitted, and my mother-in-law got hired.
Now, was there any nepotism there, or was it just accidental?
It was a little bit. No. I mean, she, my mother-in-law has been doing a ton of shows. Her resume puts like all of my friends to shame. She's on like every show. She crushes it. But so she has an agent and stuff like that. But certainly my wife, that's her name, said, by the way, Gwen's submitting. Just keep an eye out, kind of thing.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and so she got it. The song that was an ABBA parody sounds just like an ABBA song. Is my first penis, my very first penis, penis I saw.
So your mother-in-law is singing my very first
Yep.
penis?
Yeah, and then she has to do choreography in the grocery store. So my wife had to teach my mother-in-law. So my wife had to teach her mom how to do how to grab a zucchini and cup it, to choreography.
No mom more like this.
And I was like, I think
I believe there are whole websites that you need to subscribe to
Never mind about the State Fair thing for money, because
just to see
done.
daughters teach their mothers how to cup a zucchini like a penis. I believe there are.
yeah, no. I mean, I just was like, this is where like maybe life is the Matrix. I don't think there's a funnier thing that could happen to me than to know this is going down and this is happening. Like it's a crowning achievement, and we're all celebrating, and then we're like telling the kids like, Grandma's on TV, but you probably can't watch it.
Now,
it's a lot of talking.
Gwen and
Yeah.
Sarah both thought this was wonderful, right?
Yes, I thought that was really
It
funny.
wasn't even awkward for a moment. Just funny.
No, always, just funny. And if anything, like they're on set like militaristically professional. So I think it just went from funny to nothing.
Yeah, sure.
Like it never got awkward. It was like, yes, great. I'm over here, great. Back to one.
Oh, yeah.
Cup balls here, great, fantastic. Like it's like just all biz where they
like the
actually-
Ramones.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. So
I love people in show business who have that, paramilitary feel.
right.
We just don't monkey around. We do it.
If anything, there's no awkwardness to the song content, but like Sarah was brought up by Gwen, and Gwen put her in shows and choreographed and directed her. So it's the first time having her daughter have an authoritative role
Yeah.
over her on set, which was more of like, this was kind of fascinating.
Oh yeah, of course.
Just to see that
and
part.
also must be wonderful. Must fill Gwen with pride.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, you want to be directed by your children.
yeah, I
But
mean,
is she pulling her aside and going, honey, I think this might be better if I did, my shoulder a little.
I doubt it very much.
No?
No.
None of
Only
that?
both of them, there'd be none of that.
no.
That's
no.
great.
I mean, yeah, it's funny because she does, Gwen certainly gives notes to Apple Scissors and stuff like that. But no, I mean, they're 5th generation showbiz. Sarah's 5th generation of show business.
Wow.
So it's like they have a piano that I think it's like 66 key piano that's on wheels in her living room, and that was considered a portable piano back in those days. This big
Had
giant
wheels.
monster. And it was 3 women.
Yeah.
It was her and all of her sisters, and they did a vaudeville act. One played violin, the other played piano, and the other sang. And they did a vaudeville act, and they moved around together.
And they had to all move the piano.
Yeah, and they all moved the piano around for all their gigs.
Well,
It's
actually,
about time you got a skill then, isn't it? Thank goodness you've got this hillbilly
yeah, you're
thing
finally
going
doing
on.
something.
Finally in the family.
Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, and then
And she choreographed the dancers in your mentalism show.
Yes, she did. Yeah. The Billy Dancers.
The Billy
The
Dancers.
Billy Dancers. So that was a lot of fun as well.
Well, you know the Sheikah Blue Man Group, Apple Sisters.
Yeah.
You know, you could hire people to play Apple Sisters.
I keep trying to tell them that.
But they think they're so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that you can't possibly replace that chemistry, or spend the time to try to find other people to do it.
By the way,
kind
they're
of thing.
wrong, but
Of course. Yeah, it's tough, but yeah, and then yeah. So Sarah's supposed to be like, I got the kids this week. You're working on Hillbill, no problem. Then she booked a movie with shooting here in Vegas where she's doing a scene with Julianne Moore.
whoa! What's the movie?
I don't even know the name of it.
What's the scene? What does she play?
This is really funny because it was a Vegas audition, and she kind of like read the lines, kind of got the gist of the script, but didn't read the full breakdown of the movie until after she booked. Because it was just you never know. Vegas auditions, you just never know what you're walking into.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, she read the breakdown afterward, and it was like funny, sexy, fun, can hold their own, big personality, and then it said 40s to 50s. my wife was like, "What did I just book?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Do you think Julianne Moore is playing her age? Come on, let's just let Hollywood be Hollywood."
John, that's always a story I love. John Turturro,
Yeah,
when he got the part in Fargo.
yeah,
At least they tell this story. It's probably not true, but it makes me laugh. And he got the script,
yeah.
and it said really funny looking guy. All I remember is this guy's really funny looking. He got a funny looking nose. And so John Turturro went into the meeting with the Coen brothers and said, "So I'm playing this role. I read the script. What kind of prosthetic are we thinking of doing?" They said, we weren't thinking of doing anything. That's when you have to face who you
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
It's very much like, and this is such a perfect moment.
Yeah,
I was out on the set of Politically Incorrect,
Yeah.
as I've said before,
yeah.
and just Bill and I out there, and Bill's telling me who the other people in the other seats are. And I say to Bill, usually you have a nut on the show. Usually one of the people is just like a complete nut that you have in there to mix it up. These people all seem like,
Yeah.
pretty respectable people.
Yeah.
And Bill went, yeah. And I went, I'm the nut. I'm the nut. I'm the nut. Right?
I remember doing a commercial where I thought it was my witty improv skills that got me booked in this commercial. Mm-hmm. And I showed up on set like very confident, and I was playing a guy ordering fast food. Mm-hmm. And I was like trying to order it, and I threw in my ad libs that I did in the audition, and it was a big budget one. It was like for like a major national commercial. It was like big cameras, a lot of people on set, and just the room just feeling quiet and me feeling awful for no reason. Like I'm fucking this up and I don't know why. And after like 7 takes, the director goes, "Can I show you the video from your callback? Can I walk in the room over here and can we play that for you?" And which is the worst. You're like, "Oh, I'm just not the guy you expected to walk in." And I looked back, and it wasn't that I was witty. When I looked back at the memory of it, I actually was running late to the audition, came in a huff, sweaty, and I was kind of out of breath and panting and disgusting. And I looked at the callback video, and I was like, "Oh, you need a big dude to be disgusting ordering fast food to juxtapose the healthier choice for the food that we're selling on this commercial. I'm the ugly fat dude." Got it.
No quicker way to find out about yourself
Then look at yourself ordering fast food.
and see where you get booked. See where you get booked. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. We know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one's lying to you about that. Not when they're paying money.
No.
So Sarah better hold on to
No.
sexy, strong
Yeah,
person that can hold her own.
vivacious.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Sure, you qualified for a 40-year-old, big deal. But you also were called sexy, athletic, and fun. So just
Yeah.
take it. And then the Apple Sisters are going to be in the new, each network does, Fox and NBC trade off doing big live musical productions, the big national musical, and they're doing Christmas Story on Fox.
Right.
And they needed a trio of singers. And
Oh, you mean the Gene Shepard thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Gene
in
Shepard,
that?
yeah.
Yes.
She's in the Gene Shepard
The
thing?
live version of a Gene Shepard musical.
Yeah.
I never saw the musical. I know Christmas Story,
Yeah.
the movie. I don't know the musical.
So Maya Rudolph is in it. A bunch of Matthew Broderick, a bunch of people are in it, and then the Apple Sisters are playing a trio in that.
Oh, that'll
So
be
they
great.
do a live TV show. which
Live
is neat.
TV show. That's fabulous.
So they get
that
to
was the
run
one
forward and
where
knock
like
everybody down and take over.
Yeah.
The
So I
same-
was like, hey, I did 4 magic shows, huh? Huh, honey?
the same thing as when Christopher Walken played Captain Hook.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that type of a thing.
Live thing. I have watched so far none of those.
Get out of town. What's fun about them is
You were
is
looking at mantids.
you have to be fascinated by the idea of pulling it off in order to really be into them, you know? And so,
Yeah.
and Sarah is. And so when she went to the Warner lot, and she said it's already all set up to be constantly moving and everything. And so the whole lot, all the lots are taken up by this production right now. And she was walking through all the sets and everything to get ready. And they started going over all the stuff. And she just can't believe what a monster it is to pull off shooting a live musical in location in real time. So it's neat.
Groovy.
And I got better at ropes. So we're having a good week.
So go see SkillCon
Yes.
at the Rio 15, 16, and 17, and then go see Piff and Pop's Magic Shop at the Flamingo at the Piff the Magic Dragon showroom on the 17th, the 18th, 19th, and 20th.
It's a big week coming up.
You'll have a very, very, very good December. And if you stay around long enough, you can actually see Penn and Teller when we reopen that Friday.
And you can donate blood during the middle of that time
on the
as
19th.
well.
Come and see me and try to make me have to get up and pee again to be humiliated. What do you have for breakfast that morning, Penn? Sand. I'll be having sand. That was Penn Sunday School.
That was Penn Sunday School.
Cha cha cha.
And to our listening ears,
You become naked.
all nature sang and round us rang the music of the spheres. That was
By the way, next week, the whole week is going to be me talking to Lawrence O'Donnell Jr. from MSNBC about his new book. The week after that, Christmas, is going to be us talking to Woody Harrelson, the great Aragon, great Spanish magician. And then New Year's week, kicking off the year with Cray Ray talking diet for the whole time in his new book. So if you like talking about diet, listen to Cray Ray. New Year's Eve and the Wednesday after that. And I love you. Goodbye.
What are we doing in February?